You wake up one morning, and it feels like the air is heavier than usual. The sunlight seeps through your curtains, soft and warm, but something inside of you feels muted, like your mind's batteries are at 10% before the day has even begun. You tell yourself you need more sleep, or coffee, or maybe motivation. But deep down, there's a quiet knowing. This exhaustion isn't just physical. It's emotional, mental, the kind that doesn't go away after a nap. The kind that comes from living in a way that constantly leaks your energy drop by drop, habit by habit, thought by thought. This is what psychologists sometimes call emotional depletion. When the mind and heart run on autopilot for too long without enough replenishment. You've probably felt it, that strange blend of restlessness and fatigue. You're functioning but not flourishing. Awake, but not alive. And the truth is, many of us live like this without realizing that we're quietly bleeding energy through everyday habits. Small patterns of thought and behavior that slowly wear us down. You tell yourself you're just tired. But sometimes, tiredness isn't about sleep. It's about energy mismanagement. About giving too much of yourself to what doesn't give back. So you sit by the window, sunlight tracing your face, and begin to notice the habits that have been quietly draining you. The ones that slip beneath your awareness but shape how you move through the world. Here are 7 habits that quietly drain your energy. 1. Carrying other people's emotions as your own. You've always been the one who feels deeply. The one who can tell when someone's pretending to be fine, who senses the heaviness in a friend's voice even when they say, "I'm okay." You call it empathy. And it is, but somewhere along the line, empathy became emotional absorption. Psychologists call this emotional contagion, when we unconsciously mirror and absorb the feelings of those around us. Your brain's mirror neurons, designed to foster understanding and compassion, begin to take on too much. Without realizing it, you become a sponge for everyone else's pain. It's noble to care. It's beautiful, even. But when you start to carry what isn't yours, your inner world becomes crowded with echoes. Other people's worries, disappointments, and chaos layered over your own. You end up mistaking compassion for responsibility. You walk away from conversations feeling drained, not because you don't love them, but because you've unconsciously taken their emotional temperature and made it your own. And so, your first quiet energy drain is feeling for others without boundaries. Because even empathy needs rest. Healing begins when you learn to say, silently, gently, "This feeling belongs to them, not me." You can still care, still hold space, but remember, empathy doesn't mean drowning with someone. Sometimes it means holding a lantern so they can find their own way out of the dark. 2. Overthinking every word, every choice, every possibility. You replay conversations like old films, pausing, analyzing, wondering what you should have said differently. You run future scenarios through your mind until you're exhausted by realities that haven't even happened. This is cognitive overactivation, and it burns mental energy like a candle lit at both ends. Your brain, trying to protect you, overthinks as a form of control. It believes that by thinking harder, it can prevent pain. But what it really does is keep you suspended between what was and what could be, never allowing you to rest in what is. Psychology calls this rumination, the mental looping of thoughts that feel productive but are actually draining. Each what if and maybe consumes glucose and attention, the brain's most valuable fuel. The result? Decision fatigue, emotional fog, and the subtle ache of a mind that can't stop running. But you are not your thoughts. You are the quiet awareness beneath them. When you notice yourself spiraling, try this. Breathe in and name one thing you can see, one thing you can hear, and one thing you can feel. This grounds your nervous system and gently reminds your brain that it's safe to rest. Because peace isn't found in thinking harder. It's found in learning to let go of the need to predict everything. 3. Saying yes when you mean no. You don't like disappointing people. You tell yourself you're being kind, helpful, easygoing. But behind every sure no problem is a small betrayal of self. You say yes to things that leave you drained, projects, favors, emotional labor, because somewhere deep down, you've equated worth with being needed. But people-pleasing, while socially rewarded, is one of the most invisible forms of burnout. Psychologists call it fawning, a trauma response where you seek safety through appeasement. Each time you override your limits, you send your nervous system a message. My needs don't matter as much as others' comfort. Over time, your body keeps the score. Exhaustion, irritability, resentment. And here's the quiet irony. Saying yes to everyone else often means saying no to yourself. You start to forget what genuine desire feels like because you're so used to accommodating others. But boundaries aren't walls. They're gates with hinges. Ways to love yourself and others more honestly. The next time your body tenses when someone asks for something, pause. Notice that tiny flicker of resistance. That's your intuition speaking. Let it. You're allowed to protect your energy without guilt. Because peace never comes from being agreeable. It comes from being authentic. 4. Constantly comparing your journey to others. You scroll through your feed and feel that familiar tightening in your chest. Someone got promoted. Someone else is in love. Another person's life seems beautifully put together while yours feels perpetually in progress. It's not envy, exactly. More like quiet discouragement. A soft ache that whispers, "You're behind." Social comparison is one of the most powerful drains on mental energy. According to research in positive psychology, your brain naturally evaluates your status in social hierarchies as a way to gauge safety and belonging. But in the digital age, that instinct has turned into an endless mental treadmill. 1,000 curated lives to measure yourself against. Each time you compare, your mind releases stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, subtly reinforcing a sense of inadequacy. The result is comparison fatigue, the silent depletion of self-trust. You forget that what you see online is a highlight reel, not the full story. You forget that growth doesn't happen on a timeline. It happens in layers, often invisible to everyone but you. Your energy returns the moment you redirect that focus inward. From "how do I measure up?" to "how do I feel?" The truth is no one else's light diminishes your own. You are not behind. You're simply unfolding at your own pace. And in that unfolding, there is enough. 5. Ignoring your body's signals. You push through the headaches, the tight shoulders, the racing heart. You call it discipline, productivity. But your body has been whispering for a while. "I'm tired. I need rest. Please slow down." Psychology teaches that the mind and body are one system. What we ignore in one will echo through the other. This is the psychophysiological feedback loop. Emotional strain manifests as physical tension, and physical neglect feeds emotional fatigue. When you don't eat well, sleep deeply, or move gently, your nervous system never resets. You live in a constant state of mild activation. Not enough to break you, but enough to slowly erode your capacity to feel present. You begin to exist in survival mode, doing, achieving, functioning, while the deeper parts of you go unfed. Self-care isn't indulgence. It's energy management. So, stretch your body. Step outside. Drink water. Breathe deeply. These aren't luxuries. They are acts of respect for the vessel that carries your mind. You can't think your way out of exhaustion. You have to feel your way back into balance. 6. Dwelling in the past or resisting change. You replay the past like it's a story that might end differently this time. You revisit old mistakes, relationships, versions of yourself that no longer exist. It's not nostalgia, it's attachment to what once felt safe. But memory, while beautiful, can also become a trap. Neuroscience shows that your brain doesn't perfectly record experiences. It reconstructs them. Every time you revisit a painful memory, you're reliving not what happened, but how it made you feel. You reinforce the emotional pathways of regret, shame, and longing. And when you resist change, clinging to the comfort of familiarity, your brain interprets it as threat. That's change resistance, a protective mechanism rooted in the amygdala. It tries to keep you safe by keeping you the same. But energy thrives in movement. Stagnation is what exhausts you. It takes courage to let the past soften, to accept that you can't go back, only forward with tenderness. Forgiveness is not about erasing what happened. It's about reclaiming the energy you've invested in wishing it were different. So when the past calls, let it go to voicemail. You have new stories to live. 7. Forgetting to be present. You spend most of your day everywhere but here, thinking about what's next, what's gone wrong, what might go wrong. You multitask your way through life but feel like you're missing it. This is attentional fragmentation, the modern condition of being overstimulated but underfulfilled. Your brain, constantly bombarded by notifications and micro-decisions, struggles to anchor in the moment. Presence, psychologists say, is the antidote to cognitive fatigue. It restores neural pathways associated with calm and clarity. When you're truly here, feeling the warmth of the sun, hearing the hum of life around you, Your nervous system recalibrates to safety. But presence requires surrender, letting go of control of outcomes, of the need to be anywhere else but here. The quiet truth is your energy leaks most where your mind refuses to rest. So pause. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Let yourself exist in this one unrepeatable moment. The world doesn't need your constant doing. It needs your being. You sit by the window again, the same golden light spilling across your skin, but something feels different. You understand now that energy isn't just a measure of effort. It's a reflection of alignment. Every drained moment has been your body's way of saying, something here needs attention. Energy returns when you stop abandoning yourself in the name of pleasing, proving, or performing. It returns when you choose awareness over autopilot, boundaries over guilt, rest over rush. You realize healing isn't about becoming endlessly vibrant. It's about becoming honest, about noticing where your light leaks and tending to it with care. Maybe energy isn't something you lose or gain. Maybe it's something you learn to honor. You are not broken for feeling tired. You are human. And being human means learning, unlearning, and returning, again and again, to the quiet truth that your worth was never in your output. It was always in your presence. You breathe. The day goes on. The world hums softly outside your window. And this time, when you move, it's not out of obligation. It's out of peace. Out of alignment. Out of the quiet understanding that your energy, your precious, finite, sacred energy, is worth protecting. Always.